Hello and welcome to Command & Conquer Tiberian Dawn for the 4th GDI mission. We'll get an update on the theatre of war in Europe here. So GDI has taken the Baltics here. Nod meanwhile has taken Denmark and invaded Germany, as well as making further progress in Ukraine and Romania. And they've also invaded, I think this is Bulgaria down here. Now, this is the first time in the GDI campaign we've got a branching path. We can go into Belarus or we can go for Poland here. We're going to start by taking the eastern route into Belarus. Let's have a look. Population 10 million. Gross domestic product negligible. Point of conflict Bobyrusk, maybe. Military power state militia.
Sanctioned by the United Nations, the Global Defense Initiative has one goal: eliminate multinational terrorism in an effort to preserve freedom. The Brotherhood of Nod, an ancient and secret society, maintains strong ties with most global terrorist organizations. Commanded by this man, known only as Cain, Nod's long-term goals are unknown. However, recent activities include expansionary behavior into disenfranchised nations, high-volume investment in global trade markets, and aggressive manipulation of international mass media. These efforts are suspected to be funded by Nod's access to vast Tiberium deposits. Tiberium continues to confound the scientific community, soaking up ground minerals and soil nutrients like a sponge. The end result of this unique leaching process creates the formation of Tiberium crystals, rich in precious metals and available for collection with a minimum of mining expense.
Delta Sierra Echo to Commander, approaching our next objective. We're just crossing the Belarus border and we've got a problem. Nod ambushed one of our convoys and made off with a good supply of activated pellet rods. Sounds harmless, right? Well, those rods are step one in slapping together a nuclear device. We gotta get him back. Shepard's still offline, so we're acting without confirmation, but I'm betting that this is too important to wait. Take a small force into the Noddy camp and get those rods back before their birds can pick them up. The rods were packed in transport crates. I doubt Nod's had time to transfer them, but who knows. Keep your eyes open. Give him hell.
So welcome to the 4th mission then, and straight away we've got a couple new units. These are the APCs. They can be used to transport infantry inside them. However, once those infantry are inside the APCs, they can no longer fire, so it's a better idea to keep them on foot for this mission. Meanwhile, we've got a couple of buggies here we need to take care of. They are playing quite evasive so far. Let's check our briefing before we go any further. Nod has captured classified GDI property. You must find and retrieve the stolen equipment. It's being transported in a shipping crate. Use the new APC to strategically transport infantry through Nod forces. Now, for reasons already explained, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep them on foot. Now, the APCs is the first of the heavy vehicles in the game, apart from the Harvester. So, as well as the machine gun, it can also be used to squish infantry. Now, this is quite an effective way of taking care of groups of infantry. And you'll probably see me do that at some point in this mission, either accidentally or on purpose. I'm going to take the most direct route through this mission that we can. Hopefully we won't need to deal with all the enemies by doing that. I want my infantry to stay at the front here. a guy just on the edge of the shroud there. Let's keep pushing forwards.
Moving out. Roger. You got it. Affirmative.
Let's just see if I can squish this rocket guy.
Moving
There
out.
we go, like that.
Moving out. Moving out. Right away, sir.
Go for these
Got
guys
it.
as well.
Moving out.
Come on, APCs, don't stop.
Roger. Moving out.
There we go.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
There's a guy just on the edge of the shroud there. Almost lost an APC.
Affirmative.
Let's regroup on this beach
Right
down
away,
here.
sir.
I've got a whole group of rocket guys coming up behind us. Hopefully we won't need to deal with them if we can avoid it. But coming from the left-hand side any second now is a new unit. This is the Nod light tank here. And it is the first tank we've seen in this game. I really don't want my infantry to be that close because that will happen. So unfortunately I lost a machine gunner and another one who threw himself under the tracks there. But that's them taken care of. We can push in. See if we can't take over this small Nod base here.
Moving out.
I need to quickly squish these guys as quick as I can.
Moving out. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Come on, kill him. That guy too.
Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
I am kind of taking a chance here by trying to get this building.
Ready and waiting.
Just need to quickly. Come on,
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
kill him. There's reinforcements coming in as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Oh, lost my APC just by standing too close to the grenades.
Moving out.
Let's just go for the objective here. So you can
Reinforcements
see
have
the
arrived.
shipping crate coming in. We also have an APC here.
Unit reporting.
I'm not sure exactly what the intention is for this thing. We will use it to complete the level though. No, we won't, because apparently you can't use Chinooks to complete a level.
Vehicle reporting.
So, this is a Chinook. It essentially does the same
Mission
thing that
accomplished.
the APCs do.
War-torn Bialystok, once a happy farming town for peace-loving peasants. Today, a slaughterhouse. Yet one more casualty in the insane GDI assault against mankind. Yet another in a series of villages wiped off the earth by the Global Defense Initiative and its misguided leader, General Mark Shepard. And what crime did Bialystok commit to warrant said carnage? Sources indicate that GDI terrorists were convinced that this simple hamlet was involved in the manufacture and shipping of Tiberium. When will this madness end? Only when General Shepard and his vision of one world order is stopped. This is Greg Burdett, Bialystok.
Cut. Excellent. Now, do it again in French and German. I want 300 copies made and sent to every TV station in Europe. We have the satellite for another 10 minutes. Is that camera still running?
So there we have our first glimpse at Kane himself. And the game has hyped him up quite a bit at this point. But yeah, that's the first time we're seeing him in person. We also get references to what's going to become a major event in the story of the first game, the if I can see the town right, Bialystok scandal. Bialystok is, of course, a town in Poland, and it is one of the possible 3 missions we could have chosen to do. But by going down the Belarus path, whoever was responsible for dealing with that crisis in Bialystok did a terrible job, and the town got destroyed by Nod, posing as GDI. And GDI is now going to take the blame for the destruction of that town. That's going to have far-reaching consequences. Thanks for watching.